I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to fall over, make a mistake. That oftentimes cripples people on the onset of getting into anything. The first time I ever picked up the DJ decks was horrible now, but I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that feeling. It actually propels me and works quite the opposite. I can do 18, 22 hours a day easily. I'm a veteran at being able to look at an opportunity and go, is that going to take me further or not? Some people don't have that. You won't. It's something you develop. That's why most times out of 10, any head of a company has been doing it for a long time, because they inherently can make a decision in the blink of an eye. But you have to learn that. My breakthrough was actually deciding I wanted to be an actor. The other thing that's important, I think, is to keep your head down. Keep your head down. Like when I swim 25 laps, guaranteed if I look up and start counting those laps, I'm petered out by 15. If I put my head down and keep working away and work at technique, work at internal rhythm, work at, I hit that length, I don't even know what length I'm on, guarantee you I'll look up and it'll be 20 and 3 more to go. I think people find themselves incrementally checking how far they've got. And that, when you compare it to anybody else or whatever, it's a recipe for disaster. Just keep banging on, that's the most important. Mountain climbers would probably tell you the same thing, there's no point looking. The difference between climbing 100 feet and climbing 500 feet is a point of view. You won't know you're at the top until you get there, pal. And that's what you need to remember. Just don't look down. It changed my life. It turned my dreams into a reality. It gave me an actual, tangible target to go, oh, actually, I could do this. That was my biggest breakthrough. Of course, there have been numerous breakthroughs over my career and my life, which I'm all proud of, but none so much as that realization that I want to be an actor. Know what your target is. Don't guess it. Be as clued up as the next man, because that's your petrol. That's your fuel to get you moving. If you don't know where you're going, what your targets are, you're never going to get there. Period. Work hard, sleep less.
You work day in and day out on your goals. You think you work hard, but so does everyone else. If you really think you're working so damn hard, then why haven't you achieved all your goals yet? It's because you have to work harder. Someone very inspirational in my life gave me very simple advice at a young age. There's always something to do. It's such a simple mantra, but it's what keeps me working hard all the time. Every time you think you can relax, or you've done everything you can do at this time, think again. You can always educate yourself further. You can always look for new opportunities. You can find ways to better yourself. You can find ways to be more productive. If you haven't achieved your major goals yet, then relaxing is an excuse and a distraction. You need to keep working. Read any major successful biography. For a lot of people, it took an entire lifetime of work to achieve their dreams. Do you think you're going to live forever? Time is precious. Sure, you need times of rest, but you can't afford to squander time. And odds are, you don't need as much downtime as you think you do. Don't forget about your competition. For whatever job you're trying to get, there are hundreds of people applying. If you're trying to build a business, there's somebody else trying to do the same thing who probably has more resources than you do. The competition isn't going to slow down, so why should you? If you don't have the money, or you don't have the connections, but you do have the time, then the only option is to outwork them. And in order to outwork them, then your goal has to be on your mind 24/7. To be the best, you have to be really exceptional. I'm going to tell you again, go back and read any successful biography. The people who had the most success pushed themselves and their work to the limits. They didn't wait for a lucky break. They didn't try to sneak their way in. They found an idea and they worked hard on nothing but that idea. And when they did have success, they didn't stop working. They tried to innovate again. The world is changing all the time. What worked in the past may not work again. The population is increasing constantly. The culture is changing. A college degree 30 years ago was worth a lot more than it is now. There were more barriers to entry when it came to starting a business. But these days, everyone has access to the same resources. There's very little knowledge that you can't get your hands on. And technology is constantly changing. It's making it easier to get work done, but it's also constantly distracting us. The more changes that happen, the more you will have to adapt to the future. The bottom line is that if you are in a deficit, if you are so far away from your goals that you can barely see them, then you have zero time to relax. You need to be outworking the competition, outworking the changes happening in the world, and outworking the level that you think you are capable of.